guys, my name is Beck and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a first impression slash review slash wear test on a foundation that I actually picked up at Aldi the other day. It's the Lacura Caviar Power Foundation and Concealer Anti-Aging Long Lasting Coverage. So it basically looks like this. That's the box. This is what it looks like. It has a concealer at the top. And then it has your foundation at the bottom. You get 50 grams of foundation and 2 grams of concealer. They are claiming that this foundation contains anti-aging caviar extract that is rich in amino acids, protein, vitamins and minerals, which help to stimulate skin regeneration and shield skin from damaging environmental influences. Also says that it contains special ingredients to help replenish and restore the skin's barrier against moisture loss. This luxury foundation has a velvet smooth consistency with all day coverage. It really nourishes your skin all day and gives you an even skin tone. The hydrating concealer is perfectly matched to the foundation to help hide dark circles, pigmentation, age spots and blemishes. I have all of that, so if you would like to know how this foundation wears, what it feels like, then keep on watching. Okay, so I will use a primer first of all. I always use a primer when I'm putting on foundation, so I think even though this is going to be a bit of a first impression wear test, it's still good to probably put on a primer. So I'm just going to use my Professional, because I find that this one not only fills the pores in, but it really creates just a smooth canvas for any foundation to go on over the top. And I do have a couple of breakouts at the moment. My skin doesn't really look as good as what it normally does, so putting a bit of primer on will help that. So this is what the foundation looks like. It has a concealer at the top, and then the foundation there is at the bottom. Okay, so what I'm going to do is one side of my face with a beauty sponge, and then I'll do the other side with a foundation brush, just so we can see if there's any difference in coverage or anything like that. Because this is mine and I'm not going to be using it on anybody else, I'm going to put it directly on my skin. Okay, so the little wand that comes with the foundation, which has kind of got like a little spatula, if you guys can see that, on the end of it, that has basically, I've just dipped it in once and that's done my entire face. Let's do the beauty sponge this side. Now they did only have 3 colours or 3 shades when I got this one, and I just got the lightest one only because I am quite fair at the moment because I haven't been tanning, but it looks to be an okay colour match. The medium shade was very dark. It's doing an okay job at covering up some pigmentation and a little bit of redness I've got. Most of my redness is around my nose though, so we'll see how it covers up there. It's basically, it feels dry straight almost instantly, so I'll do the side with the brush now. And I'm just going to stipple that on. I find stippling it on like this first and then going in and buffing gives me the best coverage. It doesn't smell too bad. Doesn't give the same finish as the side that we used the beauty sponge on. I feel like it sucked up a lot of the product and hasn't really given much coverage at all. I'm going to go in with a second coat just on the areas where I feel like I need more coverage. I've just blended all of that in now. I personally think the side that I've used the beauty sponge on looks a little bit better, and it actually feels a little bit more hydrated than the side where I've used the brush. Just feels like this side's blended in a little bit more, and it just feels a little bit more hydrated. Coverage wise, I kind of feel like now that it's on, both sides are exactly the same. It's covered up a little bit of redness around my nose. I've still got a blemish there that's peeking through. I didn't put any around my eyes or on my lids because we'll use the concealer for that. So far I'm not overly impressed. I mean, it smells okay. It's got a little bit of a chemical-y kind of smell, but you can't really smell that once it's on the skin. But it does, yeah, it does feel very dry. The side where I've used the brush as well, I feel like it hasn't blended in around my pores properly. Let's try the concealer. So the lid just pops up and the concealer is in there. I'll just conceal in the areas where I normally would. This concealer feels quite creamy. I'll have to see what it feels like though once I'm blending it in. I feel like you need a lot of it as well. I'm going in quite a bit just to get enough on my brush. Start blending it in now. Again, I feel like using a beauty sponge allowed the product to blend in more seamlessly than using a brush. Foundation is really sticking to this area here where I have some enlarged pores. And the more I do try and blend it in, it's moving the product around and then I'm getting less coverage. I'll go and finish the rest of my makeup and we will come back and we'll see how it's going. Okay, so I've just finished the rest of my makeup and I absolutely hate this foundation. My skin feels so dry and really, really tight. I found it really hard to blend all my other products on over the top. It's already creased a lot, especially around my mouth and under my eyes. I have basically zero coverage anymore. I found it really hard to blend in other cream products. A cream contour, the Smashbox contouring stick. Tried to blend it in so much on this side that all the concealer that I put on to cover up some pigmentation that I have, it's all been blended away and it's peeking through. I'll try and keep it on for as long as I can, but yeah, I'm not sure how long that's going to be because my skin just feels very, very dry and very, very tight. But it's 1:25 now, so I will try and keep it on for the maximum time that I can, and I'll come back and let you guys know how it's going. Okay, so it is 8:14. I have managed to keep it on for a fair amount of time. I think the last time I said that I actually wasn't going to keep it on for very long because it did feel very tight and my skin felt very dry, but my skin actually ended up adapting to it within probably about 10 or 15 minutes after I stopped filming. So I just decided to keep it on for the rest of the day. As you can see, it's looking a little worse for wear now, but you know, for a foundation that's been on for 7 hours, this is kind of what it looks like anyway. I did have a good look in the mirror just before, and I definitely think the side where I used the beauty sponge to apply the foundation has held up a lot better than the side that I used with the brush. So you can see all my pigmentation here and the blemish that I have. It's all very, very visible. The lines under my eyes, all the creasing, even on this side too, the creasing is terrible. But I've just noticed that it's also gathered a lot on the side of my nose there. On the other side, I mean, you can still kind of see my contour and you can still see the blush, whereas like this side, I personally don't think that you can. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be a foundation that I'm ever going to use again. but you know, you're not going to know unless if you don't try, hey? So I have heard a lot of good things about the Aldi skincare, so I did have very high hopes for this foundation, but this one is definitely a miss for me. I know that there's probably a lot of information that I have missed out, so I'm actually going to do a blog post on this as well, and I will link that below. All the extra information that I have missed, any other information that's written on the box, I will include that in the blog post. From memory, I think I paid about $19 for the foundation, but it says it was reduced from $39.95, and to me that is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous price to pay for a affordable foundation, especially one that is as crap quality as this. But yeah, I'll put all that information in the blog post too, and again I will list that below. If you like these sort of first impression videos, do let me know. Leave a comment below if you would like me to try out any other foundations, and yeah, I will get that sorted for you. But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.